Hello, friends and subscribers. um, this one's for me, but I've had this idea for a while now.
That's right, I'm applying for Survivor. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm 25 years old. I am a logistics project manager, currently living in the beautiful San Diego, California. I grew up in Alpharetta, Georgia, and then went to school in Atlanta for college. So I'm so excited to be somewhere new and looking for, new exciting adventures and new things to see. I've been described as smart. I'm an industrial engineer by trade. I had to get some A's to pass and graduate with that degree. I'm very friendly. I don't know if I'm always kind. I think sometimes I have to remind myself to be nice. I'm creative. I love to do art. I love to craft. I like to learn as I experience it. I'm not good at watching a YouTube how-to video. I would rather go right into it and figure it out myself. Sometimes ends up with me breaking something and then having to go a completely different route to fix it or to work around the mess that I created of my own. It's been a journey to get here, to a very happy 5-year relationship, to living with my best friend, my boyfriend, and my best friend's dog, who you may hear barking. My life mantra is say yes to yes. Yes to yes means be open, be excited, try new things. If somebody cares a lot about something, do it. It's how you really make good memories and how you have grand adventures, is by diving headfirst and then stubbornly swimming through until you can, find a beach. Yeah. Why am I applying to be on Survivor? Well, none of my friends have been courageous enough to do it so far. They all talk about it. They talk a big game. They've been watching it for years and years. They pulled me in, and none of them have applied. They're all like, they say it's because of the time issue. Like, they just haven't had time yet. But here I am making time. So I think it'd be really funny if I got on as a motivator to them, to remind them that they can do anything and stop being cowards and just jump in. And if I don't make it, that's fine, because I think this is going to be a pretty good video. Why do I think I can win Survivor? Easy. I'm stubborn. I love being right. I hate being wrong. I love winning. I hate losing. And that drive, that overwhelming desire to make sure that I get my way, it's a blessing and a curse, but in a competitive field, it is often a blessing. Other reasons I'm very proud to say, I do feel like in the 3 months since I turned 25, I have really gained a frontal cortex that would benefit my decision making. This is the most athletic I've ever been in my entire life. I have a gym membership now, and then also I've been running, so I work a lot on endurance because I really enjoy hiking, go to a lot of national parks, things like that, and have been camping. So I think that the camping skills will help with being in wilderness. I will gain like 30 or 40 pounds before I go on Survivor, so that I don't have to work so hard on the Outlast. I'm just gonna burn off all my calories. We have a really good burrito place and a really good hamburger place close to us, so like, please. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of these traits that would work well with Survivor and work well with figuring out how to navigate the complex strategies of the social game, of the physical game, and of the emotional toll that it seems to take to be on an island for, weeks on end without anybody that you truly know and love. So I don't know why I think I'm gonna succeed so well there. It's the stubbornness. I think I'm just gonna refuse to do anything but win. All right, now the why Survivor part. I've been very lucky my entire life. Just grew up in a very nice upper middle class, had great education, supportive parents who helped me out financially and really got me ready to be an adult. I was not very grateful for it as a kid. I've had a couple of things where I've really been able to appreciate how lucky I have been. When I was 23 years old, I had just broken up with my boyfriend of 3.5 years. We're now back together, but we weren't at this time. Soon after that, like 2 weeks later, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. And I was living in Texas at the time, and Roe v. Wade had just been gotten rid of, and I didn't know what to do. And it was the first time I've really been alone. I didn't feel like I could go to the doctor's office because I was afraid that if it was a viable pregnancy, then I would be my movement would be tracked around Texas. I wouldn't be able to leave the state. I wouldn't be able to seek the medical attention that I may or may not want. I couldn't go back to Georgia. I couldn't go home because I'd passed the 6-week period since my last period. So I couldn't get medical care there legally. So I ended up going to Seattle and staying with my ex-boyfriend at the time and going to Planned Parenthood and going through this hectic medical experience of trying to understand what was going on, if it was ectopic. And it ended up that a week later, as I was walking around Seattle, my fallopian tube burst because it was an ectopic pregnancy. And that morning I had been on the phone with my mom, lying to her about being in Texas and pretending that everything was okay. And, you know, later that day in the hospital, I had to call her and be like, I'm sorry, I was lying. Like, it was horrible. It was really horrible. But here's the thing, you get through it. And I was so lucky in this. I was so lucky that I was working a remote job where I could just go to Seattle and not tell anybody at work what was going on. I know they would have supported me. I'm sure they would have helped out and figured things out. I had a great manager. But I was 6 months into the job. I didn't want to do that. So lucky because I had internships in college, so I had money saved. So when the $7,000 medical bill came in, because our health insurance had a really high deductible, I was able to help pay for it. Really lucky that my ex-boyfriend was supportive, that he wanted to split costs with me, that he had a place to stay in Seattle. I just got to stay with somebody that did truly love me. So lucky in that I got this medical help, and they, fixed me up, and now I'm good to go. I can have kids someday, which is what I do want to have kids someday. Oh, Jesus Christ, the dog. I don't know, life's really hard sometimes. I think that having resiliency and going through something tough, it just really makes you appreciate all the things that get you through it. That being my friends, that being my family, that being the show of support that I had afterwards when I told my story to those close to me. And they were like, you shouldn't, like, from the beginning we love and support you. Like, you never should have been ashamed. You never should have been afraid of us. Like, we want to be here for you. That was such a comfort, and that was something that I didn't know. Even though I think I could have, should have, would have, but like, I don't know. It's just, I'm really grateful, I think, for my life, and I'm so grateful for being able to share my story with others. It's taken a lot of very difficult things for me to understand how valuable it is to be here and to be alive. My senior year of high school, we had a really close member of our family, a cousin to me. He was 23 years old, and he died in a drunk driving accident. And that sucked, as you can imagine. It was really horrible. And I watched as their family of Ron, Sam, and Dana was, just Sam and Dana, and it was, I don't know, I'm still very angry about the circumstances and devastated about what happened there. Last year, one of our extended family members had their 1-year-old pass away in a horrible accident. She just hit her head on the counter and passed. And they spoke at her funeral, and they were like, we're just so happy she was surrounded by so much love and so much joy in her small life. And it really made me realize how grateful I was that Ron had 23 years, and that it was a blessing that he was able to grow and change and go to prom and travel to LA, which is where he passed away. And it's just like, I've had 25 years and I've been able to do so much, and I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I have had this time, because you see what happens. I don't know, I've just seen where it ends sooner, and how devastated their families are, and how much I think about them and where they would be now and what they would be up to. And it's just like the sense of, thank God we get to be here. Thank God we get to grow and we get to change. Thank God that I still have these friends and family with me, and I know how to treasure them, because I want to hold them so close in my heart and create all these memories in case there is something that happens and they do pass away. It's really hard to go through traumatic things, but the fact that there is support and there is love there is just the best thing in the whole world. And having this gratitude and having this perspective, I don't know, I can wake up every day and be grateful for it. And I think that that's not something that everybody knows how to do. I think that that comes with pain, and that comes with loss, and that comes with adversity. There are plenty of people that have harder stories, but if it helps people realize that they can tell others what's going on, that they will be okay, that you know, the hardest things are what make you grow the most, that you can be brave and you can be strong even though you don't normally describe yourself as those things, because I don't. I don't, that's, it's been a long journey here. I know I'm only 25, but it's been a long journey here, it feels like, of working through these different things, and I would change them. I would. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would change these different things if I could, but I can't. And because I can't, I've been able to really see them as these life-changing lessons, these realizations of how beautiful the world is, and how to look and see the little things, the birds in the sky, the trees, the shape of the leaves of the trees, cool bumper stickers. I don't know, just these small things that make me happy and that make life worth it, that were easier to look over when I was just taking them for granted. You can find that strength in yourself and really find that strength in other people, and in the beauty of the world. Oh yes, that's a good girl. I'm excited to go on the island and to see some more small things and point them out to all of the other people. Hopefully one of them could be the idol. I'm just continuing to try to grow, and I think that Survivor's challenges and Survivor's, you know, you have to have mental fortitude, and slowly but surely I have gotten that, year after year, hard experience after hard experience, and I think I could share that with the world. I'd be happy to share that with the world, and also to grow more into myself.